Hey guys, so back again, but for my next video, what I'm going to be doing is a book review of a whole series because I recently just read this series, even though the first book in the series I read for the Booktubeathon like 6 months ago it feels like, but I'm here to review the whole series. And it's a 5-book series, not really, it's a 3-book series, then there's a not a prequel series, but another series later on in life, but I'm very excited to be reviewing this. So the books in this series by Kira Cass include The Selection. Oh, I'm going to drop something, I am sure of it. The Elite. The One. Then I have the bind-up novellas. Oh, I cannot do this. The bind-up novellas of The Prince and the Guard. And then I have The Heir, which is, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, is the daughter of who American Singer and blah end up with, and stuff happens, but I feel like it's a spoiler saying that. But so guys, because I'm going to be reviewing the whole series, there's probably going to be some spoilers in this video, and I'm sorry for that. So if you haven't read The Selection, you probably don't want to be watching this right now. So saying you should have probably read it by now, like come on, it's like a really famous book series. Short detail of it is it's about a kingdom where everyone's divided by divided in society by what's known as castes, and there's 8 different ones. So number 1's royalty, number 2's, you know, like guards and famous people, number 3's like what's number 3? I think number 3 is like teachers and stuff. It's like educational stuff and professors, and as you keep going down you get to number 8 where it's like the mentally deprived and homeless. So like the whole entire like all of America is split up in these different, like, it's sort of like fractions, but not like, and then sort of like districts, but not, and there's a king, like I'm not even gonna explain this right, and the whole entire place is ruled by a kingdom, and to help keep people happy, whenever a prince comes of age, they hold a selection where 35 girls are picked at random and are sent to win his heart. So it's like The Bachelor, but like on steroids, really. And it's a way that have the prince choose someone who wasn't a royal or wasn't like make an alliance. But that's just, I'm not saying this well. I'm sorry if I'm not explaining this very well. Sorry again. But that's generally the book. It's The Bachelor on steroids, and it's so great. But now you're probably going to want to go away because I'm going to be saying some of my opinions of this book, and yeah. So, hey guys who have read this book, I'm fangirling with yous. But with this book, I had so many things that I didn't like about it and so many things I did like about it. The first thing that I didn't like about it was America. Like, I know that sounds bad, probably, but she was sort of an annoying character for me. Like, she was strong and she developed quite a lot through the books, which was very fun to read. But what I didn't like about it was how indecisive she was. She was so indecisive that it drove me crazy, because one second she wants to be with Aspen, and 1 second she wants to be with Maxton. Then it's Aspen, then it's Maxson, then it's Aspen, then it's Maxton, and then she's freaking out about not being with either of them. Then she wants to leave, then she doesn't, then she wants to do this, then she doesn't, then she wants to do this, and then she doesn't. And I like strong-willed characters who stick to their decisions and don't keep changing. Like, it was so irritating to me because, oh my god. And some of the girls too, like, what I didn't like is with Maxton, I loved him as a character, and I loved that he instantly felt connected to America. But what I didn't enjoy is he could be having, you know, a moment with her, but then the next minute could be having a moment with a different girl, then a different girl, then a different girl, and he keeps telling her that he loves her, but then he's off kissing some other girl again. And he keeps telling her too that if you don't want to be with me, well, I'm going to choose this other girl, because I just didn't enjoy that part of the book. Like, I felt like he was cheating on her, and it's just, I don't like that. Not that I know from experience, but I really don't like it when people are unfaithful to each other. Like, once you're with someone, you should stick with that person or just break up with them. It's just, I think Maxson was a really good character, and he seemed very, like, he was very charismatic, I think, and he had a good, like, attitude, and he he was really good with these people, so he kept them entertained, and he was quite a nice gentleman. And I really liked the scene. I know it's funny, but when he came towards her being all like, I know exactly what you want, and then she kneed him in the crotch because she was worried that he was going to attack her, and he was all storming off being like, well, how are you treating me like this? I'm a gentleman. And it was just great. He's such a cool guy. Like, he was my favourite character in this whole entire series. Another character I really liked was Marley, and I did not expect her to have this relationship with a guard, because it was like she was like the favourite and she was meant to be all, you know, like I was feeling she was going to be like a close runner-up in this thing, but then it's like bam, she's with this guard. And the scene when she got caned on the hands and he got caned on like the legs and back, it was horrible. And I was so happy that America actually like jumped into the ring to save them. That is like selfless. I like it. I like it. I also liked Maxton's mother. She was a very nice character, and she had like a really fun air about her. And I really enjoyed how she treated the girls. Like, at first she was really distant from them because she didn't want to get too attached to anyone in case they left. But once it got to the elite, which was 6 girls, she started coming out of a shell, and they had fun things like having model days with photos and used to just like talk all the time, and that was really interesting to read about. But I did not like Maxson's father, for one, because he used to assault his son, and I mean like he used to whip him, like, and it even happened like he saved America from the same fate and he got whipped, and when she found out, she was so distraught about the idea that the king could do that to his own son, and it's just horrible. I just didn't like him, and he was so full on, and he hated America, and he's all like, get this bitch out of here, and Max is like, this is my bitch. So I'm happy that he kept her. Another thing too is I really enjoyed Aspen, and I was kind of rooting for him, even though I knew Maxton and America get together because of, I read like with the Heir, it was circulating and people were saying America and Maxton's baby, and I'm like, I got spoiled. Okay. So I was sort of rooting for Aspen, even though I knew it couldn't go anywhere. I didn't like that he broke up with America, like, because she bought him food. I'm like, what? And then he's at the palace, and I'm like, what? And then he's telling her he loves her, and I'm like, what? And I'm just like, what is happening? But it was really sad too, because once Maxton gave into America, and she gave into him, and they were like, I love you, and then he saw her embracing Aspen, and then he's like, I hate you, you're leaving, I'm marrying Chris, it's all over. I was not happy with that. That was just like, oh, Maxton, you don't do this to me. And oh my god, like the rebels, I didn't like that they kept killing people, and it was just like, oh my god, stop. I did like that there was some nice rebels though that helped with stuff, and that was good. And that ending, man, like the king died, the queen died, everyone died, Maxton, Nellie died, and then Aspen and Lucy are together, and I was like, when did this happen? When did this happen? Oh my god, I was not happy with Celeste dying though. I hated her at the beginning. She was such a biatch, but then she became such a good character, and then she got shot in the head, and I was like, oh, come on. Didn't enjoy that, but seriously, the story was really great. Like, I liked the idea of the selection. It's just that America was so indecisive. Maxton was kind of a player. Aspen was kind of really like needy, and he was always like, America, give me love. But that, and the father was kind of annoying, but besides that, I enjoyed it. But now we're going to get on to the next part of this series, which is the Heir. I've ranted about the selection as the 3 trilogy books. I'm going to talk about the Heir now. Also about Kira Cass, and this is the story about Maxton and America's daughter, Edelyn. I think that's her name, Edelyn. I'm pretty sure. But this book follows her having her own selection, because she's going to be, as she was born first, she is a twin, but she was 7 minutes ahead, so she was born first, and she is going to take the throne. She's going to be queen, and to keep the people, because what happened, something I forgot to mention before, but America and Maxton, throughout their rule, diminished the caste, so they disappeared, they're gone, everyone's sort of equal except for the royal family and people who have more money. So it's more based off what money you have and your status, not really if you're what your caste was and you're only allowed to do this profession or this profession. So because there's some uproar though about it, because some people still use the cast as their system, even though they're not meant to, there's a selection being held for Edeline, I can't say it. Edeline, I think that's right. Edeline. She has a weird name. Oh my god. But there's a selection held for Edeline, and you know what? She is so immature. My negatives about her, she's so immature, and she's all, you know, really bratty and doesn't want to go through with it. She doesn't want to be in love. She wants to rule by herself. She's all like, this is my power, this is my job. I don't need no man. And I do enjoy that she's really, you know, set on ideas, which is the opposite to America. So she's all full on, yes, I don't need a man. I can rule this kingdom by myself. Goodbye. But the selection is something she needed to go through, and it's not over yet. There's going to be another book that comes out in May, which is pissing me off because it left on a cliffhanger, and I was like, yes, she was very annoying in this book, but she started to grow up near the end, which I was happy about. But yeah, she could also be very rude. Like, she looked down on everyone practically, like even her own siblings, because she has 3 brothers, which are Aaron. I think it's Aaron. Aaron, I think so. And then she's got Caden, and then there's another one, and Austin. So it's Aaron, Caden, and Austin, and Edeline. I really like her sibling bond. Like, she's a good big sister, but I don't know how she's going to go leading as a queen, because she can be so disrespectful, and she thinks that everyone's beneath her, and she also thinks that all the people love her. Like, through as part of the selection, she had the idea of having a parade, and she was like on top of a float with some of the guys, but then people started throwing food at her, and she was really upset, and she kept going, why don't my people love me? Why don't they care about me? And I think that she's so self-centered. Like, she never does anything for anyone, but she starts getting over that, and I feel like the next book she's going to get over that a bit more. But it's just, yeah. I think that also disappointed me with this book is that we didn't get to see America and Maxton as the amazing characters that they are. We saw them as strict parents who seemed kind of rude. And I didn't like that, because I know we're seeing it through Edeline's point of view, and she is, you know, are her parents, so that's how she sees them. But I wish we got to see a bit more of them. Like, sometimes we'd see, like, we'd be about Edeline saying how much they were in love, but not showing it. She just would say, oh, my parents are so in love, but she wouldn't be like, I don't even know how to, like, she wouldn't be like, and I saw the way he was looking at her, and it was just so sweet, and, you know, like, just having that kind of stuff going on. And now, let's get to the boys in selection. I really am freaking out, because I don't know how this is going to end. Like, there's so many guys that could be the one that she chooses. And it's like, like, she's gotten rid of quite a few of them, but there's still some left. I have an idea of how I want it to end, but I don't want to hold on to it too much, because I feel like it might not happen, and it's freaking me out. So what I'm feeling, so the 3 candidates that I have in my mind are Kyle is the son of Marley, who was America's friend. So he's been living in the palace his whole life, and he got chosen. This is what I liked about this selection. They got picked by random, but with Maxton's selection, the father just picked the candidates. America was actually a throwaway, but she got picked anyway. Like, Maxton picked her anyway, so it was like a yes. But anyway, back with this Kyle. So and they've hated each other their whole lives, but she used Kyle to show her affection, and she kissed him, and they've sort of been kissing through the book, and I feel like she feels for him but kind of doesn't. Next candidate that I think is Henry. He could be, and what I think is interesting about Henry is he cannot speak English. Like, he understands the very, very basic, like hello, goodbye, hello kind of stuff. So he has to have a translator whose name is Eric, and Henry is just a sweet guy. He's Finnish, I'm pretty sure, so he only speaks Finnish, and he has to have a translator speak through America, but they also shared a kiss, and it was very sweet. Like, he's a very sweet person, and I enjoy him. And it's funny enough, the 3rd candidate I think is actually Eric, the translator. I'm actually I know a few people probably feel this way, because it's sort of pushed into your mind a bit, because they never do anything, but he talks to her, and he's very nice to her, and I see sort of a connection there, and I feel like he's starting to fall for her. They're the 3 that I have in my mind. Like, there's other ones like Eon, who is another guy, Heir, Another guy, Fox, is another one, but I don't see them as being the ones she ends up with. But this is how I think it's going to go. Because with Kyle, he wants to go away and be an architect and build, so I feel like he's going to go. Then she's going to pick Eric. And I think how good would that end me though? She doesn't end up with a person who was in the selection. Like, that would be very, very interesting for an ending. And then Henry can like become their chef or something. Like, I would love that, because he loves America, but I feel like he would just be happy being around her, like not being her husband but being around her. And he's a really good cook, so I feel like he could be like their pastry chef, and then she chooses Eric and he becomes her prince consort. I think that's it. Consort, I don't know, but that's how I hope it ends. And the next book comes out like May 3rd, and it's like 6 months away. I'm kind of pissed. I really want it to just be here now. I feel like I've talked a lot. I just want the book to come out, but seriously, that ending, how Aaron like ran off with the princess of like France, and she's going to be a queen in not France, Italy, that's the one. She's going to be the queen of Italy, so he's like, they eloped, and now he's like the prince consort. I think that's the right word. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. I hope you understand what I mean. But now they're gone, and then America had a freaking heart attack, and now she might die. I'm not okay. Like, if they kill America, that's just wrong. Like, she was just in the other book. Like, I was reading her life like 2 days ago, and now she's dead, maybe. I don't know. And Maxton's like dying as well, because he's freaking out, because she's the love of his life, and I'm freaking out, and everyone's freaking out. But I need the next book, because I need to know that she's alive, she survived, everything's okay. But anyway, guys, this was an interesting series, and overall I probably gave it like 3 to 4 stars. Because some of them I gave 3 to, and some of them I gave 4 to, maybe 3.5. I'm going to give this whole series as a whole a 3.5. It was enjoyable, but it's not the best thing I've ever read, but it had a good concept and I enjoyed, it was something to read and I was happy to. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you guys later.